Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we got a cyberbully, a sad man wearing a hat. I hope you enjoy.
Last week I made a video detailing 5 reasons why I believe PC gaming is better than console gaming. Yeah, I upset a handful of people. As expected, that's how gamers are. We're passionate, we get defensive.
Alright, so his first point is people get defensive. It's perfectly normal. It's not really normal though, is it? Writing a hate comment that's not really funny. It's sort of like the lowest form of like comedy or anything in my opinion. If they like want to comment something constructive or funny, then you get a pass. But like if you're not, you're just a bit of a twat, aren't you? So realistically, in the first few seconds of the video, you're passive. Fuck's sake, I can't speak. You're pacifying your overgrown child fan base by giving them justification for their tantrums. So we're not really off to a good start here, are we?
Perfectly normal. But as promised, today's video is all about 5 reasons why console gaming.
As here, I just have points to hat in asterisks. So yeah, really, I really need to point out the obnoxiously branded hat because I really didn't see it at all. Like, it was completely surpassed me. The massive white writing on his hat just I didn't see it at all. Also, why the fuck is he wearing a hat indoors? What the fuck?
Is better than PC gaming. You heard me. Let's talk about it. Hello guys, how are you? My name is David Franco.
Oh really? I wouldn't have guessed that's your name. The massive text with the like obnoxiously loud intro music. That really didn't hint like that's your name. Like I honestly did not get that whatsoever. Well done mate, thanks for that.
From davidstwitch.com. Right there, follow me, I appreciate it. I stream pretty much every day. Every single day. But Sunday is the day of the Maui.
Sunday's the day of the Maui. What the fuck is that? Is that supposed to be funny or something? Like, I'm really not sure. I'm not taking the time to, like, read into this, like, cringe fest of a joke. So I'm just making a point of, like, taking the piss out of him for it. So, yeah, consider that taking the piss.
Let us pray. Seriously, though, let's talk about 5 reasons why I believe console gaming is better than PC gaming. Now, first of all, let me make this clear. I love my PC. I play my PC so much more than I do my consoles. So I'm not playing favorites. I'm not one of those gamers who says, PC master race, console master race, because I have to feel huge. I have to feel good about myself. I have to feel insecure in a way.
I was gonna make a point about like how he was good that you saying he wasn't biased, but honestly that was the cringiest fucking shit I've ever seen. Ever.
That's what master race is to me. Insecurity. Sorry guys, that is not me at all. I'm just the kind of gamer who...
Honestly, that just really made me cringe. I don't really have a reason why. Moving on.
Plays anything and plays everything, and that's how everybody should be. But for today's video, let's focus on console gaming, starting out with number 1. It just works.
It just works. This is literally the worst argument anyone can make for this. If you're a child, then yeah, I get it. You lack common sense and you might not know how to work a computer. And your mum and dad like can pay like £40 a year for Xbox Live. But all my friends on PC, like there's only been like one issue and that was when a mouse wasn't plugged in properly. And I'm fairly sure that took like 3 minutes to fix. Is it really such a big deal?
I don't think anybody in their right mind can argue this.
Watch me.
As much as I love my PC, and I'm sure my friends can back me up and my chat room can back me up, PC gaming can be a huge pain in the ass sometimes. It really can. Drivers aren't updated. Your hardware is incompatible. Software that was working yesterday is suddenly running like shit today. But with consoles, you literally just put that little round object in, you know, the little disc, or maybe you can download it, and the game loads.
This is such a stupid point. As you can tell, he's just really reaching here. And it's only the first point as well, and he's already reaching. Like, drivers are updated like automatically via like Radeon settings or NVIDIA or whatever. So that's like a pointless argument, and software doesn't just stop working. That's not how code works. There has to be an issue for it not to work.
Sure, there might be like a day 1 patch or whatever, but that's perfectly normal.
By the way, he didn't mention that day 1 patches sometimes take 24 hours to download, so there's that, I guess.
But my point is, console gaming, it just works. You sit down on your couch and you enjoy your game. How many times have you seen me on Twitch get frustrated over a sudden frames per second drop? Because again, like last week, maybe something like Overwatch was streaming just fine, but this week, I'm getting like 15 frames per second on stream. It doesn't make sense, and that's easily my least favorite thing about PC gaming.
Right, so here he's saying he randomly gets 15 FPS for no reason whilst he's streaming. That's not how things work. FPS is decided by the computer, and latency is decided by the internet connection. So if stream quality is bad, then it's the network, not the computer.
Is that the experience is very, very fragmented. Number 2, exclusives are everything.
I'm intrigued to see what he has to say here because there may be some truth to it, but I'm thinking about how weak his other points have been, so I'm sure he might mess this one up too.
That is a lot of flashing. I have a tendency to switch between cameras on Siege. I freaking love Siege, guys. Siege is such a good game. Anyway, exclusives are everything, and sometimes PC users are left out. Grand Theft Auto 5, anyone? It took, what, like a year or two to come out on PC? Red Dead Redemption 2, there's really no signs of a PC release coming out anytime soon.
But in that case, for GTA, it's a far superior version of the game. You have better graphics, better frame rate, higher population density, and mod support as well, so really I'd say it's worth the wait, I guess. And in regard to Red Dead, well, that's already out currently, came out Christmas, but when I found this video it was already a month old, and well, I've not been here for a while.
We've got the Xbox exclusives, which are mostly on PC, but there's some games that we miss out on. Obviously, the Switch has its own category of games. The PC, mark my words, will never ever see official releases of games like Super Mario Brothers or Yoshi's Crafted World coming out in a few weeks on the Switch, or Pokemon games or whatever. It's just never going to happen. And then, of course, on the PlayStation side, we've got games like Spider-Man and God of War.
So as here he goes on about how many exclusives are on console and PS, but if we're counting, PC technically has more exclusives than all the consoles combined. So you can argue, yeah, it's like quality not quantity, but like something like The Last of Us, yeah, it's a very good game apparently, I've never played it, but then you don't have to buy a substandard piece of hardware for 400 quid and then pay to use said substandard piece of hardware on my own internet connection that I pay for. So...
And The Last of Us, anyone? The Last of Us is just an incredible experience.
Yeah, I've just realised I really don't like this guy's voice. The way he says The Last of Us, like, really goes through me.
Number 3, multiplayer games. I just have my notes right here. Multiplayer games have a longer lifespan on console than they do on PC.
This is so obviously incorrect due to the fact that, like, consoles of, like, generations, like, once it finishes, it's just dead, innit? But, like, there's no, like, generations on PC, so they just, like, play it forever. I don't know, that just seems stupid to me.
For the most part. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, anyone? Blackout has been slowly dying on PC, even with this week's big Grand Heist update that finally released on PC, first on PS4 last week. But the PC player base is just dwindling.
In regards to Blackout, that's honestly just because it's shit. Like, when I first played it, it was just so crap, and I personally don't get how anyone enjoyed it, to be honest.
Like crazy. Sure, an update here and there, I might see a little spike, but even the optimistic side of me says, nope, that spike's going to quickly drop down again, and Blackout is kind of a dead game.
Can I just say here that this section of video is so boring that I started to watch his Siege gameplay in the background. I realised how shit he is. Like, really, who is watching this guy stream? He's actually awful.
It's a lot harder to find active multiplayer games on PC than it is console. I guarantee you, if you launch Blackout on PS4 or Xbox today, instantly, you're going to drop into a full lobby, for the most part. But on PC, yesterday I was just playing Blackout, and I believe our game started at, what, like 68 players max? Sad moment.
Please, tell me why the ever-living fuck did a fully grown man wearing a PlayStation beanie, indoors, just say sad moment? Like, mate, get a grip, come on.
Number 4, the home theater experience. You just can't beat it. This is something I miss all the time. All the time when I'm PC gaming.
Like, this man is really pissing me off for some reason. Like, he reminds me of The Women off Loose Women. Like, it's a daytime TV show in the UK, and it's just the vibe that he's giving off here. But, like, you basically just unplug your PC and plug it into a TV. It's really not that difficult.
Is that I just don't have that home theater experience that I used to have. And yeah, I have my basement, which is still a work in progress. And yeah, eventually I will play huge releases down there, like, The Last of Us Part 2 and whatever. And maybe even Crackdown 3, I don't know. Apparently that game is huge. I know nothing about Crackdown. But still, the point stands. You just cannot beat that home theater experience. And please don't even tell me, David, but you have surround sound on your headphones. No. No. But David, you can play PC on TV. Yeah, you can, but I strongly believe PCs belong on a desk. PCs do not, I repeat, do not belong in the living room.
Oh wait, David said that PCs belong on a desk. You're not allowed to move it. You're not allowed to, or he will come for you. David will find you.
It's just not a seamless experience. Even with like the Steam Big Picture experience or whatever it's called, or the Steam controller, I strongly believe, guys, like PCs do not belong in the living room. It's just a very fragmented experience having to deal with keyboard and mouse in your lap or your coffee table or whatever. It's just not the same.
Very, very fragmented, as if you have to do a marathon each time you change game. Like, in all fairness to it, it's not as cohesive as something like Xbox Live because you aren't stuck into one ecosystem. But in my opinion, the benefits of being in an open ecosystem are worth it, really.
PCs in the office, on the desk, your gaming room, or whatever. Consoles on the couch. That's how it's always going to be with me. I will never, ever have a gaming PC hooked up to my TV.
I actually can't be bothered with this fella, you can do that on PC as well. So before he looks like a mix between Ellen DeGeneres and Oompa Loompa. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.